Have you ever wondered why most people struggle to stay healthy past 85? The answer isn't what you think. It's not genetics. It's not luck. It's 7 hidden patterns that slowly drain your strength, your memory, and your independence without you even noticing. In this video, we'll uncover exactly what they are, and more importantly, what you can do about them starting today. If you find this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get started. The number one reason people struggle past 85 is muscle loss combined with immune decline. And here's what most people don't realize. When you lose just 10% of your muscle mass, your immune system weakens by 43%. That's nearly half your body's defense system gone. Diabetes risk jumps 68%. Dementia risk climbs 82%. But the most dangerous part? Your thigh muscles. When they weaken, fall risk increases fourfold. Statistics show that if you fall and fracture a bone after 80, there's a 25% chance you won't survive the year. Not from the bone itself, but from what happens next. Pneumonia, muscle loss, a cascade most never recover from. Think about Frank. He's 84. One afternoon, he tripped on a rug and broke his hip. After the fall, he realized how much strength he had quietly lost. Muscle loss doesn't just make you weaker, it makes you vulnerable. Heart disease risk doubles. Stroke risk triples. Seniors with low muscle mass have depression rates 3.7 times higher. Why? Because muscles produce substances that regulate mood and brain function. When muscle fades, so does mental clarity. But here's the good news. Muscle can be rebuilt at any age, even at 90, even at 94. You can start right now in bed. Before you get up in the morning, take 5 minutes. Wiggle your ankles, stretch gently, bend your knees and rock them side to side. This warms up your circulation and prevents dizziness when you stand. Once you're up, try the 3-second muscle training method from Professor Masatoshi Nakamura in Japan. Seniors in their 60s to 80s improved their strength by 30% in 2 months. 2 simple movements. Exercise 1, slow chair sit. Cross your arms. Stand in front of a chair. Lower yourself slowly for 3 full seconds. This strengthens your thighs and glutes. Exercise 2, slow heel drop. Hold a chair. Lift your heels. Lower them slowly for 3 seconds. This strengthens your calves. Just 10 reps of each, 3 times per week. Frank started these exercises 6 months after his hip healed. 6 months later, he walked to the grocery store alone. No cane, no fear. Defense system gone. The second reason people struggle past 85 is poor sleep. And here's the trap. Many people assume they just have to live with poor sleep after a certain age. But that's not entirely true. Sleep changes as we age, yes. But it doesn't have to fall apart. Your body repairs itself during sleep. Your brain clears out waste. Your immune system resets. When sleep becomes shallow or fragmented, those healing processes get disrupted. You wake up tired. You forget simple things. You catch colds more easily. And over time, it gets worse. Let's talk about Alice. She's 86. She didn't think much of waking up 3 or 4 times a night. She figured it was just normal at her age. But over time, she noticed her memory slipping. Her energy dropped. She caught more colds than usual. Her doctor explained something important. Sleep wasn't just about rest. It was essential for her brain and immune strength. Once she worked on improving her sleep habits, her clarity and stamina slowly returned. What did she change? Not much. But it made all the difference. She kept a consistent bedtime. Every night, same time. No exceptions. She limited caffeine after 2 p.m. No alcohol before bed. She got natural light in the morning, just 15 minutes by the window. She created a cool, dark, quiet bedroom, and she added light movement during the day, a 20-minute walk. Nothing intense, just enough to make her body ready for rest at night. There's a critical window most people don't know about. Between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., this is when your body does its deepest repair work. Immune cells multiply. Growth hormone releases. Your brain detoxifies. If you miss this window, you miss the healing. Studies show that seniors who sleep during these hours have 58% stronger immune systems. their inflammation levels drop by 72%. After Alice adjusted her sleep schedule to align with this golden window, something remarkable happened. Within 3 months, her blood pressure normalized, her chronic joint pain eased, her memory sharpened. Sleep isn't just rest, it's medicine. And after 85, it might be the most powerful medicine you have. The third reason is silent inflammation that accelerates aging. One of the biggest threats to health after 85 doesn't come from outside the body, it starts quietly within. Doctors call it inflammaging. Chronic low-grade inflammation that slowly damages cells, tissues, and organs without causing obvious symptoms at first. Over time, it wears the body down from the inside out. This kind of inflammation is different from the swelling you see after a sprain. It's internal. It builds up through years of stress, processed food, poor sleep, lack of movement, and environmental toxins. And while it may not cause pain at first, it affects everything: your heart, your brain, your joints, even your immune system. Think about George. He's 82. He didn't smoke, he didn't drink, he walked every day, but he often felt tired, stiff, and foggy, even though his blood work looked normal. It wasn't until he visited a specialist that they found high levels of inflammatory markers in his system. No big disease, just quiet inflammation simmering in the background for years. The body's ability to handle inflammation weakens with age, so the same things you could ignore in your 50s, like processed snacks or long periods of sitting, start to take a heavier toll after 80. Inflammation slowly chips away at resilience. It increases the risk of dementia, heart disease, and frailty. But here's the good news. Some of the most powerful tools against inflammation are simple and free: eating more whole foods, walking daily, getting quality sleep, managing stress. None of it happens overnight, but every step helps lower the flame. George made small changes. He swapped white bread for oatmeal. He added berries to breakfast. He walked 20 minutes after dinner. He stretched before bed. Within 6 months, his inflammatory markers dropped. His energy returned. His brain fog lifted. The stiffness eased. Inflammation doesn't have to win. The fourth reason is social isolation and the loss of daily purpose. There's a quiet danger that affects more people over 85 than we often realize. It's not a virus or a disease. It's loneliness. And it doesn't just hurt the heart emotionally. It affects the body physically. Studies have shown that social isolation and a loss of daily purpose can shorten life expectancy more than some chronic diseases. As people get older, their world often becomes smaller. Friends pass away. Children move far. Physical limitations make it harder to get out. And slowly, many seniors spend more and more time alone. Not just physically, but emotionally. Think of Bill. He's 88. His wife passed 5 years ago. His adult children live in other states. He watches TV, makes his meals, keeps things tidy. But he says some days pass without talking to a single soul. And what he misses most isn't noise or activity. It's feeling needed. Feeling like someone is waiting for him, like his presence matters. The human heart is wired for connection. And after 85, when social roles start to fade, retirement, caregiving, neighborhood involvement, what many people lose isn't just interaction, it's identity. That quiet sense of why get up today can become heavy. But purpose doesn't have to be grand. It can be watering plants, writing notes to loved ones, making a phone call each morning, feeding the birds, helping a neighbor. The smallest acts can create rhythm, meaning, and joy. Here's something powerful. Eating with others. When you eat alone, digestion slows. You chew 43% less. Digestive enzyme production drops. Nutrient absorption falls by 32%. But when you share a meal with someone, your body responds differently. Digestive enzymes increase by 42%. Nutrient absorption improves by 38%. The conversation stimulates your brain. It keeps cognitive function sharp. Studies show that seniors who eat alone regularly have dementia rates 2.4 times higher. If you live alone, don't worry. You can still create connection. Join a meal at a senior center. Call a friend during lunch. Even a video call with family while eating helps. One woman, 82, started having breakfast over video chat with her daughter every Sunday. She said it changed everything. She looked forward to Sundays, she dressed up, she made nicer food, she felt seen again. If you're over 85 or know someone who is, ask this simple question. What brings you purpose right now? And how can you protect that purpose like it's medicine? Because in many ways it is. The fifth reason is sensory deprivation. This one surprises people. Most seniors don't realize their senses are slowly shutting down. Not because of disease, but because of routine. Same food, same people, same walls, same sounds, same smells, day after day. When your senses stop receiving variety, your brain stops firing. Neurons that aren't stimulated start to fade. Memory weakens. Mood drops. Research from Seoul National University Hospital shows that seniors who receive diverse sensory stimulation experience cognitive decline 3 times slower than those who don't. Touch and smell in particular have powerful effects on preventing dementia. Let me tell you about Mr. Lee. He's 94 now. 20 years ago, doctors diagnosed him with early Parkinson's disease. They predicted he'd need full-time care within 5 years. But today, Mr. Lee still exercises every morning. He volunteers at the community center. He even sings at local festivals. How did this happen? After his diagnosis, Mr. Lee slowly withdrew from life. Same room, same TV shows, same meals. His senses dulled, his body weakened. But then, a doctor suggested something unusual. Wake up your senses. So Mr. Lee started small. Every day he drank a different herbal tea. He focused on the smell, the taste, the warmth. He touched fabrics with different textures, silk, wool, burlap. He listened to music he'd never heard before, K-pop, jazz, classical. He visited new places, even just new streets in his neighborhood. And he started a scent journal. Every day he smelled something new, fresh bread, soap, flowers, rain, and he wrote about the memory or feeling it triggered. Why does this work? Your sense of smell connects directly to the hippocampus. That's the memory center of your brain. When you stimulate smell, you strengthen memory. Within 6 months, Mr. Lee's cognitive test scores jumped from 17 to 25 points. His hand tremors decreased noticeably. His Parkinson's symptoms slowed. Sensory stimulation triggered neuroplasticity. That's your brain's ability to form new neural connections. Even at 74, even at 94, your brain can still grow. You just have to feed it variety. So starting today, try this. Smell something new every morning. Touch a different texture. Listen to unfamiliar music. Taste a new flavor. Take a new route on your walk. Your senses are windows to your brain. Keep them open. Keep them active. The sixth reason is over-resting syndrome. Many seniors believe rest is always good. The more you rest, the more you heal. But that's only half true. Yes, rest helps recovery, but too much rest becomes poison. When you sit for more than 10 hours a day, your body starts shutting down. Harvard Medical School found that seniors who spend over 20 hours a day indoors have dementia risk 3.4 times higher. Watching TV all day reduces cognitive function by 42% compared to peers who stay active. It's not the TV itself, it's the stillness. Your brain needs stimulation. Your muscles need movement. Your immune system needs sunlight. When you stay inside, vitamin D levels drop. Immune cells weaken. Even mild illnesses become dangerous. Pneumonia risk increases 2.8 times. Blood circulation slows. Blood clots form more easily. Seniors who sit for 18 hours or more daily have heart attack and stroke risk 2.3 times higher. Let me tell you about Mrs. Park. She's 93. After a fall, she became terrified of moving. She spent 2 years barely leaving her bedroom. She thought she was protecting herself, but her muscles vanished. Her balance worsened. Her mood collapsed. Then she tried something simple. Every day she stood by the window for 10 minutes. Just standing, feeling the sunlight. Then she added gentle stretching, 5 minutes. Then she started walking in place, 2 minutes, 3 times a day. Within 3 months, she walked to the local market alone. Her muscle strength increased by 45%. Her balance improved dramatically. The key isn't intense exercise, it's consistent movement. Even 10 minutes a day makes a difference. Stand by the window, feel the sun on your face, breathe fresh air, stretch your arms, rock side to side. These tiny movements tell your body, we're still alive. We're still moving. Movement is medicine. Sunlight is medicine. Fresh air is medicine. You don't need a gym. You just need to stand up, walk to the window, open it, breathe. That's enough to start. The seventh and final reason is dangerous exercise habits. This one shocks people. Many seniors believe exercise is always good. The more, the better. But after 85, certain exercises become deadly. Let me tell you about Chairman Han. He was 78. Everyone called him the health evangelist. Every morning at 5 a.m. he jogged. Every weekend he hiked mountains. While his friends used canes, Chairman Han wore shorts, showing off his strong calves. He didn't drink, didn't smoke. But one morning during his usual jog in the park, he suddenly collapsed. Paramedics rushed him to the ER. His heart was in shock. His hip was fractured from the fall. Later, when he regained consciousness, he grabbed my hand, tears in his eyes. He said, "Doctor, what did I do wrong? I exercised when others drank. I walked when others slept. Why did this happen to me?" Here's the truth. Chairman Han wasn't unlucky. He collapsed because he exercised like he was 20, but his body was 78. Think of a 70-year-old car. The exterior looks shiny, well-maintained. But inside, the engine parts are worn. The rubber gaskets are brittle. If you push it to 150 kilometers per hour, what happens? No matter how clean it looks, the engine explodes. The human body works the same way. After 75, your heart stiffens like leather. Blood vessels lose elasticity. Bones become porous like sponges, but your mind still feels young, so you ignore your engine's condition and floor the gas pedal. That's not exercise. That's violence against your own body. There are 5 exercises you must stop after 85. First, jogging that leaves you gasping for air. When you were young, your heart was like a soft rubber balloon. But after 70 years of non-stop beating, your heart is now stiff like thick leather. When you suddenly run and spike your heart rate, the stiff heart beats faster but can't accept or pump enough blood. Eventually, the heart muscle itself doesn't get blood. Ischemia. The heart suffocates. That's why people collapse suddenly while jogging. The rule is simple. Can you talk while exercising? If you can chat with a friend about yesterday's TV show while walking, that's medicine. But if you're too breathless to speak, stop immediately. Second, hiking downhill. Going uphill, you're careful because it's hard, but coming down, you feel good. Your steps are light. You stride quickly. Right then, your knee cartilage is being crushed. The pressure on your knees during descent is 3 to 4 times your body weight. If you weigh 60 kilograms, your knees bear over 200 kilograms. Even scarier is falling. After 70, if you fall and break your hip bone, statistics show that seniors who don't get surgery have a 70% chance of dying within 2 years, higher than cancer mortality. So please, let go of the ambition to reach the summit. If you must go, drive to the entrance and walk flat trails only. And if you do hike, use 2 trekking poles. Distribute the force to your arms. Third, cold water showers or swimming in cold water. Our bodies are extremely vulnerable to sudden temperature changes. When you're in hot water and suddenly enter cold water, something called cold shock response happens. The moment cold water touches your skin, your blood vessels constrict instantly like an electric shock. When vessels narrow, blood pressure skyrockets. The pressure can burst brain vessels or stop the heart. Many seniors lose consciousness in bathhouse cold pools. Swimming is excellent. It's gentle on joints, but the water must be lukewarm, close to body temperature. Do slow water walking in temperature-controlled pools. Fourth, holding your breath while lifting heavy weights. When lifting heavy dumbbells, we unconsciously hold our breath. Holding your breath increases abdominal pressure, making it easier to exert force. But at that moment, blood pressure shoots up beyond imagination. Someone whose normal blood pressure is 120 can spike to 200, even 250, the instant they hold their breath and push. If you have a brain aneurysm, the vessel bursts right there. Brain hemorrhage. One of Chairman Hand's friends had a stroke while bench pressing at the gym. Half his body paralyzed. So should you avoid strength training? No. Just don't hold your breath. When exerting force, when lifting, exhale through your mouth. Keep your airways open, and please use light weights. Increase repetitions. Fifth, riding a bicycle for over an hour without rest. Bicycles are great because your knees don't bear your weight, but there's a deadly trap. The seat. Sitting on a hard, narrow seat and pedaling for hours crushes your perineum. This is where critical nerves and blood vessels to your lower body pass through. The seat blocks this highway. Blood circulation to your legs gets blocked. Nerves get compressed. In severe cases, leg sensation disappears or limping occurs. When cycling, every 30 minutes get off and walk for 5 minutes. Give blocked vessels time to reopen. Chairman Han recovered. He no longer jogs until breathless. He doesn't climb mountains, but he's healthier than anyone. His blood pressure normalized. Knee pain disappeared. Most importantly, his face radiates peace. He let go of the stubbornness to conquer his body. He chose wisdom to understand and embrace his body. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Your small action could save a life. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.